Hi friends, hello. Welcome to Crack UPSC CSC with India's largest e-learning platform, that is Unacademy. This is Kiran Anishetty, faculty for Political Science, Public Administration, Polity, Issues in Governance and Ethics. Friends, today we are going to discuss very intriguing and interesting topic, that is, which one is more powerful, Prime Minister's office or Cabinet Secretariat, and why? Illustrate with examples. Topic is very important from mains perspective. What you will get from an academy: daily live classes, live tests and quizzes, structured courses, unlimited access to videos on UPSC. You can prepare with the top educators such as Mrunal Patel, Karun Goyal, Roman Saini, etc. You will have videos on UPSC prelims and mains on subjects like polity, economy, history, ethics, etc. You can subscribe for 12 months. It will be 44,000. And if you use my promo code, that is capital KIRAN, you will get 10% discount. If you subscribe for 24 months, it will be all the more good, because just for 64,000 you will be getting 24 months subscription. And in this also, if you use my promo code capital KIRAN, you will get 10% discount. Unacademy has come up with a new subscription, that is iconic subscription, consists of live classes, test series, limited practice, structured schedule, personal mentorship. That means faculty will focus personally on your performance, daily mains questions and answers, study planner, personalized feedback. Friends, Prime Minister's office came into existence in 1947 by replacing the office of Secretary to Governor General. Nomenclature was changed to Prime Minister's office in 1977 by Janata government after the infamous national emergency imposed by Indira Gandhi, in order to reduce primacy and importance of Prime Minister's office. The Janata government changed its nomenclature to Prime Minister's office in 1977. It is politically headed by Prime Minister and administratively by Principal Secretary to Prime Minister. That means the Prime Minister himself is political head. There will not be any other cabinet minister. Prime Minister himself is political head of Prime Minister's office. It has departmental status under Allocation of Business Rules of India. Allocation of Business Rules of India and Transaction of Business Rules of India are framed by the President under Article 77. It means departmental status means the Prime Minister's office is equivalent to any ministry or department. Functions of Prime Minister's office. It deals with all the references which come to Prime Minister under the Allocation of Business Rules of India. It deals with all the references come to Prime Minister under Allocation of Business Rules of India. That means the Prime Minister himself is political head of some ministries. Sometimes Prime Minister keeps himself important portfolios such as finance or home or defense or foreign affairs. For instance, former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi kept finance ministry under her control. That means she herself was finance minister. There was no other cabinet minister heading over that ministry. Apart from that, there are some departments or ministries which ought to be headed by Prime Minister himself. There will not be any other cabinet minister. For instance, Ministry of Personnel and Training. For that ministry, Prime Minister himself is cabinet minister. Under him, Minister of State. But Prime Minister himself politically heads the ministry. So, with regard to these ministries and departments which are under the Prime Minister, with regard to their functions, with regard to the functions of these ministries and departments which are directly under the Prime Minister, Prime Minister's office helps the Prime Minister to perform his duties and functions as political head of ministries and departments. That is the meaning of to deal with all references which come to Prime Minister under allocation of business rules of India. Under allocation of business rules of India, various ministries will be formed and two or more ministries may also be amalgamated, or one ministry may be divided into many ministries. New ministries can be created. The existing ministries can be abolished. Friends, always remember, very important aspect here. In India, organization of ministries and administrative departments is executive action. Organization of ministries and departments is executive action, whereas the same function is performed by the respective legislatures in England and in US. What I mean to say that in India, new ministries can be created. The existing ministries may be amalgamated, like in 2014, when Narendra Modi government came to power for the first time, it amalgamated many ministries. For instance, Ministry of Shipping and Surface Transport was amalgamated. In the same way, Ministry of Rural Development and Ministry of Panchayat Raj were amalgamated. Like that, the existing ministries can be amalgamated, new ministries can be created, and the existing ministries may also be, dissolved. All these functions in India are performed by executive action. That means if the president issues, GO, these things can be done. But whereas similar functions are done by British Parliament in Britain and US Congress in US. These things you keep in your mind. It is very important from examination point of view. Next, it helps the Prime Minister in his duties as chairman of Niti Aayog and National Development Council. It prepares important speeches of Prime Minister. For instance, speech that is delivered by the Prime Minister on the occasion of 15th August. The speeches that are delivered by the Prime Minister on the occasion of important summits like SARC summit, UN summit, like that. Then to deal with public relations of Prime Minister. Public relations of Prime Minister. For instance, if you want to air any grievance or if you want to convey some important message to Prime Minister, you can do PMO. PMO deals with Prime Minister's public relations. Like in Man Ki Baat, generally the present Prime Minister speaks with the common man in the country. So preparing the speech for that, then any feedback from the citizens to the Prime Minister, these things are dealt by Prime Minister's office. Then it helps the Prime Minister in his duties as Chief Executive Officer of Central Government. Here you remember, Prime Minister's Prime Minister's office helps the Prime Minister in his duties as head of the Union government, not as head of the cabinet. Always remember, Prime Minister's functions as head of the cabinet they will be looked after by cabinet secretariat. Prime Minister's duties as chief executive officer of central government are looked after by Prime Minister's office, such as coordinating with the various ministries, like liaising with various ministries such as defense, home, etc., and communicating with important constitutional functionaries, communicating and liaising with various state governments. Prime Minister's relationship with various state governments. These are looked after by Prime Minister's office. And Cabinet Secretary. We will discuss the status, origin, and the functions of Prime Minister's office and Cabinet Secretariat. Then we will discuss which one is more powerful and why. It is a staff agency to Cabinet and its committees. What does it mean? Staff agency to Cabinet and its committees means what? Cabinet Secretariat extends secretarial assistance to the Cabinet itself and the Cabinet committees. Secretarial assistance means the kind of necessary information that is required by the Cabinet for Cabinet deliberations, then the necessary information that is required for Cabinet committees, then implementation of the decisions like that. It acts as staff agency to the Cabinet itself and its committees. It came into existence in 1947 by replacing the Secretariat of Governor General's Executive Council. Came into existence in 1947 by replacing the Secretariat of Governor General's Executive Council. It comprises RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, Director General of Security, Special Protection Group, Joint Intelligence Committee, and Directorate of Public Grievances. Now we will have a bird's eye view on functions of Cabinet Secretary. It prepares agenda and necessary material for Cabinet meeting. It prepares agenda and the necessary material for Cabinet meeting. Whenever there were to be Cabinet deliberations, that is Cabinet meeting, preparing the agenda for Cabinet meeting, that means what are the topics that are going to be discussed in the Cabinet meeting and what kind of necessary information required for the Cabinet deliberation, taking the note of Cabinet. So these things are done by Cabinet Secretary. It prepares the agenda and it also arranges the necessary information and material for Cabinet meeting. It keeps record of the discussions and deliberations of Cabinet and circulates. Here we need to understand that it is called the minutes of Cabinet. It is called minutes of Cabinet. Whatever uh, discussed in the Cabinet deliberations, that is taken down by the Cabinet Secretariat, that is the administrative head of Cabinet Secretariat, Cabinet Secretary takes down the minutes of Cabinet meeting. That means what what kind of what is a discussion that has happened in Cabinet meetings, which minister raised issue. All these details are taken down by Cabinet Secretary. These minutes of Cabinet meeting are not supposed to be divulged to public. Even under Right to Information Act, we cannot demand the details of the minutes of cabinet meeting, because if these details were to be made public, it may endanger the government itself. Because in cabinet meeting, the cabinet ministers can air their grievances, their opposition against the decisions of the prime minister. Anyhow, after the deliberation in the cabinet meeting, the final decision will be taken by the entire cabinet, to which all the members of the cabinet are responsible. Once the decision is taken, all the ministers should abide by that decision, which is called in parliamentary organ as think and swim together. Once the decision is taken in cabinet meeting, for that decision, the entire cabinet is, what to say, responsible. But before the final decision is taken, the members of cabinet can raise their questions, their, what to say, their doubts, their opposition, whatever it may be. After the deliberations, the final decision is taken, the entire cabinet should abide by that decision. Why these minutes, why the details of cabinet meeting are not diverged to outside world? The opposition or the doubts are the kind of, say, questions opposing prime minister's decision by the cabinet minister to be divulged to outside world. There is a danger of the government of the day may become fragile. Then important decisions taken by the cabinet will be circulated to the concerned departments. The cabinet secretariat provides secretarial assistance to cabinet meetings, keeps important constitutional functionaries informed of important cabinet decisions. So whenever any important decision that has been taken by the cabinet, that decision will be circulated to the important functionaries such as president, vice president, the state governments, like that. And it functions as chief coordinating agency. That means if there is to be any conflict between two ministries, such conflict can be resolved by cabinet secretariat at administrative level. At political level, it is the prime minister who resolves the conflict. At administrative level, it is cabinet secretariat which can resolve such conflict between the ministries. The cabinet secretariat supervises the implementation of cabinet decision. It handles the work pertaining to allotment of cabinet portfolios, reshufflement of cabinet portfolios, and organization of ministries. And organization of ministries. Then comes the question, friends, which one is more powerful? Prime Minister's office or Cabinet Secretary? Technically, both are equal, because both of them have equal status, that is, departmental status under allocation of business rules of India. That means both of them equal status as independent ministry. They are like any other ministry, like Ministry of HRD, Ministry of Home, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They also enjoy the status of an independent ministry. But friends, always remember, whether Prime Minister's office is powerful or Cabinet Secretariat is powerful depends on the style of functioning of Prime Minister. It depends on the style of functioning of Prime Minister. For instance, when Jawaharlal Nehru was Prime Minister. Cabinet Secretariat used to enjoy more powers. In fact, Prime Minister's office used to be located in the same premises of Cabinet Secretariat itself. It never used to have separate premises. Later on, when Lal Bahadur Shastri became Prime Minister, Prime Minister's office started assuming more and more powers. At that time, L.K. Jha was Principal Secretary to Prime Minister. After the death of Lal Bahadur Shastri, when Indira Gandhi became Prime Minister, the importance of Prime Minister's office increased all the more. L.K. Jha continued to be Principal Secretary to Prime Minister. In fact, he used to hold consultation with the heads of powerful nations in the world with regard to nuclear proliferation treaty. When you assume a bureaucrat used to hold talks with President of US, with President of France, with Prime Minister of England with regard to nuclear non-proliferation treaty on behalf of government of India. A bureaucrat used to hold talks with the heads of the powerful nations in the world. That means, like Prime Minister, he used to virtually represent the nation itself. See, friends, the significance of this office. Later on, the infamous national emergency was imposed by Indira Gandhi government. When Indira Gandhi government was defeated in 1977, Janata government led by Morarji Desai came to power. Morarji Desai government wanted to reduce the importance of Prime Minister's office, Prime Minister's secretariat. In the melee, the Janata government changed the nomenclature of Prime Minister's secretariat into Prime Minister's office. Prime Minister's secretariat into Prime Minister's office. But after the collapse of Morarji Desai government in 1980, Indira Gandhi resumed the office of Prime Minister. At this juncture, Prime Minister's office reached to the zenith of its reputation and power. At that time, P.C. Alexander was Principal Secretary to Prime Minister. P.C. Alexander, in his autobiography, My Years with Indira Gandhi, says he used to be consulted by Indira Gandhi with regard to allotment of cabinet portfolios and reshufflement of cabinet portfolios. Remember, friend, allotment of cabinet portfolios, to whom finance ministry should be given, to whom home ministry should be given, to whom foreign affairs ministry should be given. With regard to such important political decisions, a bureaucrat used to be consulted by Prime Minister herself. This in itself speaks of the importance and significance of Prime Minister's office during Indira Gandhi government. And in the same book, My Years with Indira Gandhi, P.C. Alexander says, the then Foreign Affairs Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao were to be part of important foreign delegations or not, invariably, P.C. Alexander used to be part of important foreign delegations. See how the PMO's Prime Minister's office used to play vital role in foreign affairs. Most of the times, friends, it is PMO which virtually formulates foreign policy, not foreign affairs. Same trend continued during Rajiv Gandhi government, during A.B. Vajpayee government, except in the interim period of Manmohan Singh, who used to be somewhat, what to say, not so directly involved in the affairs of the government. But when Narendra Modi assumed the office of Prime Minister, then again Prime Minister's office assumed the utmost importance. Now Prime Minister's office almost all has virtual control over all the ministries and departments. Even then Home Minister, Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh wanted to appoint an IPS officer as special officer in duty, OSD, in his ministry. But Prime Minister's office gave advice to the then Home Minister to drop the proposal. So hence, friends, always remember, Prime Minister's office significance and importance always depends on the style of functioning of Prime Minister. Whenever the Prime Minister wants to assert and have actual control over the functioning of the ministries, invariably the importance and significance of Prime Minister's office will increase. Thank you, friends. Thanks a lot. In the next session, we will meet with another important and interesting topic. Use my code capital KIRAN for to get 10% discount. And if you want these PPTs, please subscribe to Post Telegram link. Thank you. Thanks.